You love to see it. You love to see it. Yes, Gainesville will have its full roster Friday night against Langston Hughes in a quarterfinal matchup. Again, we want to see Gainesville full throttle, man. We don't want to see them without 48 players. Players getting suspended. You know what I'm saying? Xavier Griffin being one of those players when you ain't do nothing, you're just sitting there chilling. Love that. A Hall County judge rules in favor of the Red Elephants to lift the suspensions for the playoffs. Love that for them. Obviously, they filed a temporary restraining order against it. And I love it. Like, what are you supposed to do in that situation? So I rest my case. That was a great clip, by the way. That showed pretty much what went down, right? That was instigated and started by Brunswick. Say what you want to say. Again, I ain't in favor of nobody, but obviously it showed. And the parents in the background, you can hear them. Yeah, get them. Yeah. No, bro. You know what I'm saying? Gainesville don't deserve that. I've been up and through that program for years. They've never given me that kind of a thing. They were getting their butts whooped, Brunswick was, and that's what they did. They took the cheap way out and tried to, mess with Gainesville afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So you go and you look, he threw his helmet off. Then the other guy throws the other helmet off. Then he goes and he swings hands on him. And then the other guy throws a cheap shot. It's like, what you want Gainesville to do in that situation? So in no way is Josh Nibbler or Gainesville culpable. Like, they defended themselves, right? And I love that they're going all out for it. You know what I'm saying? And you guys got to know Gainesville's a program where not everybody loves, right? Because Gainesville offers a lot to their players. Their players get to the next level. Some of them say, oh, well, they recruit, they bring guys in. Any great program is going to bring in great guys. That's just a part of the process, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but you never hear disciplinary problems with Gainesville. You never hear of a Gainesville program that is out there fighting. That's just not their MO. That's not how they get down. That program is very serious about winning. That program is very serious about their players going to the next level and excelling, not just on the field, but also off the field and in the classroom. That is almost ran like I would say a D1 program, essentially. They don't play. So why in the hell would they do that to themselves? Knowing they're up 42-0. No. So I love this for them, man. They deserve it. They deserve to be into the playoffs. They deserve to have a full roster. Being able to play against Hughes, who's an elite team, in my opinion, it's going to be a barn burner because those two teams have met numerous of times, and they always gave us a great game, right? A couple years ago when Nibbler was just taking over as head coach, they met in the playoffs, went down to the wire. We love these type of games. I think they met in the state championship one year as well. So it's a great matchup. Nibbler's a great coach. You know what I'm saying? And it's a great program. They just, unfortunately, life happens, and they got kind of screwed over. So I love that they're going full out for it. And, we're going to play. We're going to have our full team ready to go, man. I don't have any issues with it. Like I said, unfortunate situation. And sometimes, I'm not going to speak too much on the GS to say, but sometimes you got to have a human element of things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to critique that association or anything like that. But sometimes, bro, you got to have a human element with things. Not everything is bylaws and laws, right? Obviously have that for your guidelines, but have a human element of stuff sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? Actually look through it and investigate the full thing before you make a decision. Obviously, this is playoffs. Obviously, this is big. They punished, obviously, Brunswick, and rightfully so, over 40-plus players, playoff ban, cool. But also look at the full thing, get both sides of the story, and do a thorough investigation. Now, I know sometimes you don't have that time because it's playoffs and you got to get to where you need to be at, and it's another game this upcoming Friday. But at the same time, do what you got to do to make sure everything is done the right way. That's all I'm saying, man. Have that human element part of it because it's very important. You can't just make decisions, because, this law says this law states that. Also think about how that impacts the whole program, the team, the players, who's going to play their last game as a senior. That's it, because a fight and wasn't even the cause of, all right? They just there. So it's a very interesting situation, but I'm glad Gainesville is playing. I'm glad they're going to have a full roster, man. It should be a great game between them and Hughes. Two really good teams looking to get to a state championship in 5A. I can't wait, man. It should be a really, really good game between two elite opponents, and I'm glad that this Hall County judge ruled this in their favor.